Welcome to Spark News Club. Today's news about Simone Biles alone on the floor completes an incredible comeback. 3 years after pulling out of the team gymnastics final, Simone Biles was alone once more at the Olympics. But the vibes could not be more different. The final performer of the night, Biles took to the floor to clinch the gold for Team USA. After years of trying to relive that night in Tokyo, the first notes of a Taylor Swift song rang through the Bercy Arena to start her routine. Biles was ready for it. Her typical magic combination of grace, power and speed made for an iconic moment that will live on in gymnastics and Olympics lore. She nailed everything she went for. Even when she slightly stumbled, there was no breaking her stride. I kind of knew as long as I landed on my feet on all passes, we were going to be good. So as soon as I stepped out of bounds I was like, well, there's a line, I guess it's not that big of a deal, she said. It was a performance for the ages under the brightest of lights for a performer who has faced more scrutiny than any normal human could bear to stand. But what the 4'8" Biles lacks in height, she more than makes up for in heart and, after years of therapy and working on herself, mental toughness. At the beginning of the day, I started off with therapy this morning, so that was super exciting. And then I told her I was feeling calm and ready, Biles said of her preparations for Tuesday night. And that's kind of exactly what happened. But, in a sign of her normality amid abnormal performances, Biles said Tokyo was never far from her mind. After I finished vault, I was relieved. I was like, woo, because please, no flashbacks or anything, she said. But I did feel a lot of relief. And as soon as I landed vault, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely okay, we're gonna do this. Teammate Jordan Chiles jumped up and down in joy after that vault for the same reason. Yo, hallelujah, no flashbacks. No, nothing, she said. I was like, okay, like all she needs to do is just do her normal. So me jumping up and down was just like a relief. From the moment she entered the Bercy Arena on Sunday to Tuesday's medal ceremony, Biles was the most watched person in the City of Light. Her every step was looked at carefully, even more so after a moment during warm-ups for the floor in Sunday's qualification when she aggravated a calf injury she first felt a couple weeks ago. Biles limped and powered through the rest of that competition, qualifying for the all-around individual finals along with the individual balance beam, vault and floor competitions. It inspired a level of concern that sent onlookers spiraling into worries that Biles could possibly experience the woes of Tokyo once again. But no matter, Biles showed absolutely no sign of that calf injury throughout Tuesday's team final. Whether it was adrenaline or the pain had truly melted away in the Parisian heat, Biles at age 27, the oldest American to ever win an Olympic gymnastics medal and now the most decorated American gymnast ever in the Games, turned back the years and made it feel like 2016 again. But unlike that exquisite performance in Rio de Janeiro, Biles knew what this meant. She knew what she had to go through to get here. It was written all over her face in the final moments as she waited for her score. Gripping the floor apparatus, staring up at the Bercy Arena's big screen, Biles had to have known she'd done enough to win the gold. But when the score popped up 14.666, more than enough to clinch the gold, she exploded, elation released. First, it was a jumping hug with her teammates before posing with Old Glory on the floor that she had just dominated. Then it was a light jog around that same floor with her teammates to soak in the chants of USA that rained down on them. And as the Star-Spangled Banner played during the medal ceremony with gold once again around her neck, Biles had to have felt like she just climbed one of the biggest mountains in sports. Now that I'm much older and we have so much more experience, we're out here really having fun and enjoying what we're doing. So I think it's just different, Biles said afterward. Yet she's not done. The individual all-around, which she won in 2016 and decided not to compete in 3 years ago, comes on Thursday, the vault on Friday and the beam and floor exercises on Monday. But for at least the next couple of days, Biles can look at the gold medal draped around her neck and know that she had just cemented her place in gymnastics and Olympics history. Do like and subscribe Spark News for more updates.